What? Hey, everybody. What's going on? It's been 2 weeks. That's it. That's the tweet.
We're done. We're ready.
It's been 2 weeks.
Like
And,
we're on TED Talk.
yeah, that's the TED Talk. I'm on a strict timer. But that's it. No, just kidding. We're here to stay. 2 weeks is up. We're back. FeatherFall here. TableTop. 2 weeks is just enough time for you to forget how to do these things. So bear with me as I get started. And I look at my notes. That's why you have notes. But this is
You have to do
FeatherFall.
the intro, Chris.
This is FeatherFall Tabletop. We do have some sponsors down below. I'm going to talk about them really quickly. We have 2 of them. They are Found Familiar Coffee. They will give you a 10% discount on your coffee if you use code FeatherFall at checkout. Check them out. Great people. Great business. Ton of fun to look at and drink. Look at. What the heck is going on? We also have Skull Splitter. I'm just going to...
They've got good artwork.
Good artwork. That's what I meant. It didn't come out that way. Anyway, Skull Splitter Dice would be that other one sponsor. You can save 10% on dice. Who wouldn't want to do that? Code FeatherFall at checkout. They have subscription boxes. You can set those up for a week, 2 weeks, a month. It's up to you. They will keep track of what dice you have, so you'll never get a double. Ooh, I may do that. So this is Curse of Strahd. This is episode 19. We're getting up there. 19. Jason was talking in our pre-stream that we're almost a year. I think we started this in January, so we're getting close to a year around the globe, as they say.
Who says that?
I say that. But we're coming up to a year, so and this is episode 19. It is titled, what did I title this? Are we done here? Because I was looking back at the episodes, and
The answer is no.
almost half of them have been in Vallaki. Not judging, I'm saying
Totally throwing shade. It's fine.
we are wrapping up those loose ends here in
Vallaki
Vallaki.
grows
So
on you.
yeah, it does. I feel like I am one. I'm a Vallakian. But we are getting close to wrapping up in Vallaki. Not Curse of Strahd, but we're getting there. Anyway, this is episode 19. Thanks for being here with us. All you lovely people in the chat and sitting here at the table. Thank you. One more. We are sponsored by Roll20. They are sponsoring this playthrough of Curse of Strahd for us, and we thank them for that. Roll20.net. This is how we roll. For all your virtual tabletop needs, Roll20 Con is going on. I think today's the last day. You can get, there's a free Burn Bright module, like the starter box. I didn't fully look at it, but I know that it's out there. So if you go to Roll20.net, you can find that, I'm sure. And this is the last day of that Roll20 Con. So there we are. Boom. Moving on. Hey, we have new emotes in there. I do want to hype those up because there's a hype emote now, and there is an RIP emote, and we thank who did those? Bob, you let me know. I can't remember.
Jelly Melly Draws.
Jelly Melly Draws. You can find them on Twitter. Do great emote work, and I'm sure they do other artwork as well.
Yep.
And you can see them there in the chat. Thank you, Flesh. So those are emotes. Use them. Hype up when we need to be hyped. That's your discretion.
I'm hyped.
When that should be.
I'm officially hyped if you see it in the chat.
Anyway, let's recap last session. So Dax, I think we were down you last session. We were down Ray this session. But we're gonna move on. We'll be okay. So we were cleaning up at the Wachter house. We, meaning the party, was cleaning up at the Wachter house. Loose ends there. Found out there was, in fact, a cult going on in the basement. There was some smooth talking, kind of got into the cult room without any altercations until an imp decided to show itself on Avi's shoulder and sting him in the neck. And you think pretty much, like if you saw Lady Wachter's token and she had an imp on her shoulder, so there is a correlation there, a connection there, and you're pretty sure, I think Tax said it, that the imp would throw coins out for the practicing cult members, and keep them complacent that way. What else did you find? You found some information. You found some deeds. You found a treasure trove of stuff in the cat room. There was a secret door in the cat room. Avi, you befriended a cat, I think. Did you actually take it with you?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's
Okay, of course. Yeah. I had to role play a cat. It haunts my dreams to this day. You decided to leave the woman upstairs, the daughter, who was meowing like a cat and was kind of under some sort of spell, something going on there. No magic that any of you have was able to break her out of that. Because I do think, was it Myrna that tried a lesser restoration?
It was Bull.
Bull tried a lesser restoration. That's right. I couldn't remember. I assumed Myrna with the cleric spells, but it was Bull. Tried lesser restoration, didn't quite work. So you left her, went through town. You decided you were going to get a long rest at the church. As you were walking through town, you did see Burgermeister and his wife kind of strolling through, doing meet and greets, and kind of chanting his slogan, "All is well," and hyping everybody up there and keeping morale very high. You did see that. You decided to take the upper route and get behind him, and then go to the church. You guys just got to the church when we left off for the night. Did I miss anything?
I think that was pretty much it.
Pretty good. Okay.
Pretty good.
So we will pick up. You are all in the church. It is nighttime. I can't remember the exact time, but it's going to be after dinner time. And the sun is starting to go down. What sun you can see. You are in Father Lucian's office with Ismark. Irina is there. And you are getting ready to bed down for the night. I don't think we got the full long rest.
I don't think so either.
Well, did Lucian already take off, or he was talking about doing that the next day?
I think it was next day, unless you all were making a convincing case to go that night.
I don't think we did. There's no rush.
Cat lady's not really our problem. Father Lucian just kind of wanted to check it out, so we were like, "Yeah, tomorrow. I need a nap."
This is true.
He did step out of the room. He is still in the church itself, but he is out of the room.
Okay.
Quick point of order. Did Avi get taken care of after he got stung?
I did not get poisoned, so it was just some...
Yeah, he passed the poison check. Oops, sorry. Dax, I had a menu up over your face. I'm sorry.
It's fine. It's fine.
Well, I thought it would go...
I'm not actually here. I'm just a figment of your imagination.
I
It's
thought it would go
fine
away
for
when I
you.
clicked on a different screen. It did not. And sorry. So he passed the Constitution save to resist the poison. He did take some damage, but other than that, we're good. And I think you disposed of all the cult members. One tried to run away. Myrna, you actually stopped him at the steps of outside of the Wachter house, along with Bull, who was coming down at that point as well. You were able to stop him, but everybody else was taken care of inside the building. So
I mean,
I think
I personally would prefer a long rest, but
Yeah, I'm hurting pretty bad, to be honest.
Yes. What's the next plan of action? Guess sleep and then back to Wagner house?
I
not
suppose.
know if there's anything that we can do for the girl. It would be better for us to find someone who can go out and help her.
No, Father Lucian.
I do think she should be taken care of.
Father Lucian said he wanted to try his hand at that. So I suppose we'll escort him in the morning and then make our report to the Burgermeister that, his daughter's in law, except not, is a cat lady now, and there was a cult, and now there's not.
And you remember Burgermeister asked you to find out if there's a cult and see where his potential daughter-in-law was at. She had been
Yeah, I
Oh,
think
we
missing.
just asked to see if she was at home, which she was. Now, if she's not there now, well, that's not our problem.
yeah, that's not our problem. But we should go finish the Burgermeister because I think that's the last place we thought the corrupt house would be. So we need to finish that before we move on.
I mean, technically, Stella is no longer there. Technically. It's going to point that out.
So it's no longer where? What?
Stella's the daughter, right?
Okay.
Oh, you mean she's not all there. I mean,
It's not really Stella at this point, yeah. Body, yes,
Well-
mine, no.
I don't think we were tasked with finding all of her bits and pieces, just her general locale. Her habeas corpus works for me.
Oh my god.
How do we feel about, the Burgermeister's son and him
I mean, they could both
driving her
die in a
crazy?
fire.
Yeah, I can make that happen.
I mean, I feel like we're uniquely qualified to have our enemies die on fire
That's true.
at this juncture.
Personally, I think he should suffer the same fates that he made Stella suffer. That's just me.
You want to turn him into a cat lady?
I want him to lose his mind.
Father Lucian did say that he would try to help her the best he could. So
Yeah, but it's not a guarantee.
but he did offer.
I mean, I guess if Lucian can fix her, maybe she has information.
Yeah.
Possible.
Or we just tell the Burgermeister that she's at home, and then Tack, you're gonna kill him anyways, right?
I mean, it was a plan at some point. So, I mean, that could be a good route we could go down too now. We could tell him that Stella is in Lady Wagner's house and that he should meet us there. And then we can just kill him in her house and then burn the whole house down.
Well, we
Problem
own
solved
that
all around.
house, so.
I mean, yeah, I guess. File an insurance claim?
I don't
Right,
hate the
so-
idea.
I mean, I don't really want to get into a confrontation in the Burgermeister's house, to be perfectly honest, because I'd hate to have to kill his wife, which is Lucian's sister, accidentally.
Yeah. Well, let's just go there and we'll sleep first, and then we go there first thing in the morning. Job done.
Oh.
Get paid.
I don't think we're getting paid. The
Get.
payment
Was our
was like, we're
freedom
not
that we were
going
going to
to
be
jail.
getting.
Right, yeah.
I'm still okay. So then we get paid by not going to jail.
We're already not in jail. I was just really hoping the holy symbol was going to be in Lady Wagner's house so we could skip out on having to talk to the Burgermeister again.
Did we get a good look around the house? I
We
checked
did not.
one room upstairs.
Well, I
No,
think
we-
we go
We
in,
could
Bull
leave that house
envisages.
from top to bottom.
Wagner house, yes.
Yes.
Burgermeister, no.
Burgermeister's house, no. Yeah.
So I think we go in, Bull, you may be a little sick, and go invisible or whatever it is that you do, and then go have a peek.
I only have one thing to say about that plan. I'm generally on board. I just would like us to recall the entirety of the prophecy from Madame Eva that dictates that the holy symbol is going to be found in a dark room of still ghosts. Now, if Bull's cool looking for that room of ghosts by himself, this plan works fine for me. I just
Yeah,
want to
Bull-
make sure that he remembers up front that, you know, there might be dead things that try and kill him in whatever room he sneaks his way into.
Well, if the ghosts are still, can they not move?
It's a prophecy, Bull. it's vague on purpose, I believe.
Prophecies are not always accurate. I would not always take them literally.
Well, I've got ways of escaping if things turn sour.
Alright,
See?
then we have a
Fine.
plan.
Yeah.
So are we going to the Wagner house with Father Lucian first? Or are we going to the Burgermeister first? What's the order of
I
operations?
think we
here?
should go to the Vakta house first, because then let's think about it. If Father Lucian can't help her, at least we know she, hopefully, will be safe from the Burgermeister and his plans.
But if he can't, I mean, all we gotta say is she's there. If we go to Burgermeister first, we don't have to explain anymore.
And we don't have to explain anymore either way. It's fine.
It's true. That's
Exactly.
true.
We just have to find out if she was there. His inquiry was, is she at home? And you know, if she's not home when we leave there, she was there. She's not now.
Yeah, we can definitely lie to this man. He is bastard.
He is not worthwhile. All right, well, let's get our long rest in because I need
Agreed.
that.
All right, yeah. So this conversation goes off. Lucian pops in one more time. Everything set for tonight. You don't need anything else. I'm going to head to my house. But if you need anything else, let me know.
Could you say a prayer over us?
Yes, of course. Please gather in. And he kind of like grabs someone, whoever's next to him, hands, and get in a circle. Okay.
I grab back.
Yes, bow your heads, dear Father Saint Andrew. I'm sorry, I'm not a religious man, so this is all new. Please,
We can make it fade to black.
fade to black. Yeah, we'll fade. No, it's not uncomfortable for me. It's just I literally don't know what to say.
Hey, just make it up. Don't,
Please.
is that what DMs do? Just make it up.
Exactly. Yeah. So Father Lucian gathers you on a circle. He does say a blessing to Saint Andrew, kind of giving you all well wishes for sweet dreams. And yeah, there you go. Anything else that I can do for you?
I have a question for you before you leave.
Is it more pillows? You need more
No,
pillows?
no, no,
blankets? Okay.
We
Yeah.
all know that the Burgermeister is a little bit corrupt. Yes.
Oh, yes, without a doubt. Thought we.
Are there perhaps any other homes, any bloodlines that might be corrupt in the city here?
Here in Vallaki? I mean, we
Like more corrupt.
the most well, the level of corruption that he does bring is so out in the open. It's hard to match his. But I mean, we've had a conversation about Lady Vakta, and I believe we're going there in the morning and hopefully helping out Stella. Is that still the plan?
Correct.
I mean, it's a neck and neck race between the two of them. Just, Burgermeister has a little bit more power and pomp as he is out in the open. Where I think Lady Wagner was doing her bidding and her deeds beneath the surface.
Thank you. So this is all I wanted to know.
Yes, he is the one. You aren't planning anything rash, anything out of what is expected. My sisters.
Do not worry. We will
good
make sure
detection.
your sister is taken care of.
Yes, not collateral damage, please.
Taken care of.
We'll take care of your sister.
When you say taken care of, you mean brought safely back.
She will not be harmed if we can help it.
Okay, not that I've ever taken care of anybody, but I know the meaning behind it sometimes.
Give you my honor as a cleric. If I can help it, your sister will not be harmed.
Good. May Saint Andrew be with you then. Anything else?
Look to the rest of the group.
Good here.
Good. Sleep well. We'll have some breakfast in the morning. He turns around and begins his walk out. His house is kind of not attached, but it is right next to the church, so he's not far, but he is there. And you are all bedding down. Anybody want to do anything?
Say what the. But before we all go to bed, are we just gonna walk in the house with Father Lucian? Because we left a strew of bodies.
That's fine.
Oh, okay.
He's seen dead bodies before.
I'm sure he has seen equally worse, especially in his time in Vallaki.
Besides, it'll leave a lasting impression.
That's not always a good. Never mind.
All right, not.
I imagine Bull is one of those people that just like says that and then instantly starts snoring.
Oh, to be
Yeah,
one
he's-
of those people.
Rolls over and just falls right asleep.
I wish I was one of those people.
Yeah, I know. Yes. So you're all you're in his office, so it is kind of cramped. So many people packed into one tiny room. It does get kind of warm, especially with the blankets that are provided, which may be kind of comforting as you are, as it was beginning to rain a little bit throughout the day. This is maybe kind of welcome to some of you, but you are sleeping. You go in and you finish your long rest without issue.
Sweet.
Without
I was
issue.
hurting.
Free long rest, everyone. So go ahead, reset spell slots and all that good stuff.
Yes.
Hit points, spell slots. Half of your hit dice. Like I don't know if that's a rule everybody pays attention to. I often forget that one. You only get half your hit dice back on a long rest. However many
We'd
you
have to
spend.
take short rests for that to come into play.
Yeah, that is true. We are not.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
This party is not known for its short rests, I should say.
Which is weird, seeing as we have a warlock,
That would-
and I benefit
yeah.
just as much from a short rest in
Yeah,
this culture as
yeah,
I do
we-
from a
we
long
have a-
one.
We have a warlock and a half because I get my
Yeah.
stuff back as well on a short rest.
I don't need to sleep, so
So you do, sun does start to rise, but again, it is that muted sunshine. But you do see some clouds starting to roll in. It was kind of a little more cloudy the day before, but you do see some of those clouds coming back in. Like there's a potential for rain out there. Father Lucian comes in. Hey, thanks, Lord of Chance, for that. It's a tier 1 sub. Appreciate it. 2 months in a row. Thank you, sir. Father Lucian does come in holding kind of a basket full of, just sweet rolls. Sets them down on the table. Well, I hope all slept well and you're all ready for the day. If you don't mind, I'm going to set up for service. If you need anything, I will be in the sanctuary.
Wait, hold. You're supposed to be coming with us. Do we have to sit around for a service?
You no. I don't know if I was totally clear. I didn't know that I was coming with you. I thought you'd bring Stella back here, but
We've already done quite a bit of running back and forth in Vallaki. It would really just help if you came with us.
We also do not want the Burgermeister coming here. If he wants to come get Stella, I think that would be safer if she stayed away from the church.
okay. All right. Yes, so we would have to wait until after morning service if you don't mind. Sorry, I'm reading chat. The turd Ferguson got me. If you don't mind, I would have to wait until after the service, and we could go before the afternoon service. Would probably be best.
Feel like this information would have been more helpful last night.
Yeah, with everything going on, I'm sorry.
If you're,
So how long is the service going to take?
It is, an hour at most. I will make it quick.
Oh, good lord.
I'm sorry. But it
I'm
must
gonna
be
start
done.
pinching the bridge of my nose, which says a lot considering how big my nose actually is.
As you're doing that, you see.
You gotta inhale first before you can sigh. Like you breathe it in and then
Just slowly turn to you, Tack, and all you see are like little lightning bits coming out of my nostrils.
As that happens, you see.
Yeah, is that better?
Little Yeska, the altar boy, pops his head in and he sees that lightning start to crack. He's like, wow. Father Lucian, do you want the candles put out? Yes, my son. Go. I'll be out there in a minute. And he runs out and does his thing. So if you're more than welcome to join the service or stay in here, but 1 hour and we can make our way.
is this the part where we all go to the service and make the DM RP being a preacher for an hour?
No, I'm not. Oh, hey.
I mean, I would love to see it, but
I mean, considering how long hour-long services
Yeah.
actually feel, I'd rather not.
What do we got going on in here? God, I turned for 1 second. Homebrew wants to
Nope.
name a NPC. Sorry. Cranky Old Mage subscribed for 4 months. Thank you for that. Colt Mills, thanks for the
Where
follow.
are you at?
Is that not
You're
happening?
way too far back. That's like 6 days ago.
Wait.
What?
Has the cat been named?
Not
Because
yet.
then that those points could go towards the cat's name.
No.
Cranky gets to the
Still an
sub.
NPC.
Oh, shoot. Sorry. So there's the activity feed and then the chat. I got them confused for a second when I was thinking Lord of Chance for the... That's my bad.
We're new here, folks. First time ever.
Shit.
It's our first stream. Give us a
Son
break.
of a gun. There we go. Cranky, thank you for the gift sub. I appreciate that. We all do. That gets you at 20 gift subs. Wow. Climbing up there. Thank you so much. And then Dreaded Yeti, thank you for the follow. There we are. Now I'm caught up.
But we do okay. So, Homebrew RP wants to name the cat Thaco, which
Oh, okay. Yeah, do it. It's done. It is
somehow
decided.
we'll work it in. We'll work it in.
Avi's cat. Yes. Okay.
I did
I
like
think-
Turd Ferguson, but Turd Ferguson. But anyways.
I think Bug would sit in on the sermon and then just use prestidigitation and like make fart smells around.
You would. Oh my god.
Sorry, I got us off track. I was confused. Anyways, yes. So I will. You're more than welcome to join, but I will be out there, and then we will make our way. And he's going to turn around and start to walk out. At that point, help little Yeska set up. You do hear people starting to come in and start to fill some of the pews. Not a lot of people. Handful, probably, dozen or so.
Tack will definitely go and sit in the front row for this sermon and make uncomfortable eye contact with Father Lucian for the entirety
Just zoning.
of it.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna just stay in like the room we slept in and not do anything they're doing.
All right. Yeah, people come in, and he does stand up at the altar, at the podium up at the altar, and starts his sermon. Yeska is moving around, kind of, keeping some of the candles lit as wind may come in and blow them out. He's moving around, being a good altar boy. You do see, as he begins to wrap up, we'll kind of zoom through this. As he begins to wrap up, there is that same woman that was there the first time you met him, and she does grab his elbow real quick, and they have a brief conversation. Still, her eyes are very red, and looks like she's been crying, and she does leave, kind of head in hands, and he begins to usher everybody out. Okay, Tack, are you okay? That was a little off-putting. The unwavering eye contact. Okay, just I mean, I've been told I give pretty good sermons, but your attention was so focused.
It's enthralling.
Yes. Okay. Good.
Thinking of converting.
Well, I do have a pamphlets if you like them. I don't have pamphlets. Anyway, so we are making our way, yes?
Yep, you lead the way.
Yes, of course. And he grabs his coat off the hook there. So what should I be looking for and prepare myself for?
Cats.
Lots of cats.
Lots of cats.
She thinks she looks like she is a cat. She thinks she is a cat. I mean, I don't know how much more information you need for that.
There may or may not be dead bodies too.
Well, I can't say I would be totally surprised if there wasn't, or if there was. We've seen kind of what you can do, so it's not surprising that. And if, I mean, you know more than I would about the inner workings inside the Vactor house, so if I have my trust in you that you did right by the people of Vallaki.
Do you know how to cleanse places, like without having the bones?
I can
Sanctify. I think that's the appropriate term.
Yes, I can. It will not be as solid as having the bones and being on the hallowed ground of the church. If that
Might
is
be a
what you're
good
trying to do.
idea, considering what was going on in that basement.
Yes, I will have to take a look, I guess, once we get there. And you said Stella is there, just kind of not in the right mind.
She was there when we left yesterday. Make sure we're having an understanding of that. If she's not there today, I don't.
Okay.
We didn't restrain her or anything, and I'm pretty sure Bull left her door unlocked, right?
Yeah, well,
Did we
I
find
didn't know if we'd be coming back. I didn't want her to starve to death in the bedroom. See, I can do nice things, Father Lucian.
Of course you can. Anyways, you're making your way through town. You do see, the same people starting to set up little shops, little kiosks throughout the town, and getting ready for the day. The sun is not shining even close to being as bright as it has shined before. It is rather a drab day, a very gray. You do see some darker clouds coming in, probably a few hours away by the looks of it. And you make your way through town. Anything you want to do, or are we going straight to Burgermeister? Or sorry, Vactor House.
Burgermeister.
It's just fun to say.
Is
My
anyone,
vote is straight.
is anyone selling weapons out of a kiosk? Can I like swoop across?
No weapons. It's all kind of handmade goods. You
Meat
remember
pies.
no meat pies
That
here.
could be a weapon, though.
It could be. Yes.
I was
But
about to
no
ask if there
weapons.
was if there was like a general's. I have so much crap I need to get rid of.
there is like the general store at the
South side
entrance
of town and the
yeah.
fairground.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
I don't remember how I got half of this stuff. I'm just staring at it like,
Just picking it up as you go.
yeah, I got a quarterstaff. I've got a hand crossbow. I've got a sickle. I'm pretty sure I took it from my party, but that's fine.
So to answer your question, Adam, no, you don't see anybody selling weapons. But you make your way. Let me get back to the correct map here. Are you sticking on the main road through and then up, kind of in the middle?
Sounds awesome.
Yeah. So following the main road, and then up to the Vakta house. Let's move you over to there. Okay. As you approach, you do not see any light coming from inside the house. It does look relatively dark. Well, I guess somebody might want to lead the way once we get inside of here. I don't know where she is.
A quick question. Did we tell Lucian about the dead husband?
I don't
Yeah.
think. Did you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did mention when I gave him the
Okay,
bones, I was
alright.
like, it's not her husband
That's
for
right.
sure, because her husband's still dead in the bed at the house.
Okay,
That's
all right.
right.
I'm like,
These are-
just seeing the map, it just occurred to me, like, we might want to tell this guy about this.
Yeah, we told him that was there because we
Okay.
had a sack of mystery bones.
That's right. That's right. Like you do. Yeah. So he does know, and yeah, and I remember you told him that there was some sort of kind of a gentle repose being cast on him because he definitely did not look. He was dead, but preserved. Yeah. Unfortunately for him, I probably can't do anything. Stella should be our main focus.
All right. Probably recommend you move swiftly. Try and ignore everything around you. I'll take point.
Yes. Go ahead. And as you walk in, you notice where Ernst was once on the stairs and Lady Wagner was at the table. They are not there, and there are no bodies around. You don't see any. There weren't. It was just Lady Wagner and Ernst in the main floor here, but they are not there.
Suspect.
Somebody's cleaned up. Ooh,
Indeed.
maybe she
But
came
for
back
what
from the
purpose?
dead.
That is an unsettling thought.
We could kill her again
What?
for a third time.
I was expecting to see a little bit more blood on the walls, maybe, but anyway.
Oh, it's in the stairwell. That's where the tiger killed Ernst.
Tiger? What? Again, if we can maybe expedite this to Stella, as I do have
All
to
the way
prepare.
upstairs.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. So he follows whoever's leading upstairs. I think Cass, you said you were leading in. Follows you up. And as you get up to the top of the stairs, you do still hear some scratching on the door inside her room. You hear some, meowing, purring.
Looks like
Yes, I take it she is in here. Okay. I don't know how this is going to go, so maybe it would be best if I just go in and you stay out, especially if she recognizes you and you did not have quite a good encounter with her. So give me a moment, please.
All right, but if you're mauled to death, I absolve myself of guilt.
Feel free to holler if you need us to come in and take care of it.
Yes, this should not take long. This is a rather quick turnaround here. So he does enter in, and you do hear like a hissing and some shuffling really quick. You hear him start to say some words, some incantations, and it takes about a minute. And you hear the hissing and the scratching and the clawing and any moving kind of die down. You do hear his words, and then you do see the door open up, and he has her kind of draped in one of the blankets and from the bed. Well, I can't say that was something I have done before, but she seems to be okay. Stella, are you okay? And he directs his attention to her, and she does. Yes, I am. I think I'm okay. What day is it? What is going on? Who are these people? Where's my mother? Well, Stella, that is the thing. I believe she is away at the moment, and I don't know if she'll be coming back, but that might not be the best thing to talk about right now. Maybe we need to get to the bottom of what was ailing you. And she goes, I don't remember much. I just remember Victor saying something to me, and I kind of blacked out, and I don't remember anything outside of that. I just remember being in Victor's presence, and he was not treating me very nicely, and really did not want me in his attention. Tried to send me home, and I was under the orders that we were to marry, and I had to make nice with him, and we had to become a couple, and he was not having any of it, and that's all I remember, and I blacked out. Victor, yes, is Burgermeister Jr. Sorry, reading chat.
Stella, can you tell us anything about the Burgermeister?
Well, I know that he throws festivals all of the time, and he tries to keep everybody happy that way. I know he was trying to consolidate power, I guess, would be why I would be marrying Victor. That's what I could come up with. We had never talked before until he had met with my mom, and they had come up with this, and I had to be in the presence of that man. He is not a polite one, and he wanted nothing to do with me.
I don't think you'll have to worry about Victor anymore.
That would be good news. That would be something pleasant. And Father Lucian says to the party, I think it's best if I take her with me back to the church, and you can tell she's kind of emaciated and been in that room for a while with not much attention. It would probably be best if I can continue my aid and help her. I don't think staying here by, and he kind of whispers, by herself, would be the best for her at this moment. So if you all wouldn't mind an escort back, that would be. I would be grateful.
Absolutely.
I would be
We
grateful.
love walking this town from one end to the other. It's our favorite thing.
I swear.
We do it so much.
The general store is on the. It's like between Wachter House and the church, right?
Yeah. Let me go back to the main map here.
Um,
The main map. It's down
just
here.
I'm just gonna say, like, out of game, that Cass could totally like head to the general store while some of us escort, and then we could always meet him back there. I mean,
Yeah, you're kind of dead center town right now, and
Yeah.
the general store is kind of a junkyard if you think about it. Is on the
the whole
far
town's a junkyard.
yeah is on the far right, and then the church is on the far left, and you're kind of
Yeah.
middle upper.
Right. All right, well, we are wasting daylight. Let's go.
The Erisic Stockyard is the proper name. Yes.
Ooh.
And Father Lucian has her kind of like in his embrace as he's helping her walk and move through. She's got the blanket around her. And he does kind of like shield her away from any blood that is still there. And yeah, you guys make your way out unless you want to do something else.
I mean, should we worry about the bodies not being here?
Yes, later.
It is our house.
You do have the deed.
I'd forgotten about that.
I
I
mean,
would
you want
recommend
to
if
report the
you're-
body stolen?
Yes, I appear to be missing 2 human bodies. I don't know where they went.
We murdered some people, and now they're not there. Who are we going to
Could you
tell
help
about
me
this?
find?
Like, I don't.
Could you-
While I share a bit of your concern, I don't rightly know what appropriate course of action is when you've lost the bodies of people you've murdered.
I mean, the first thing would be to check the house, I would imagine. Because they may have just up and walked down into the basement where, Colt was. I'm not recommending go to the guard and say, hey, we just killed a bunch of people. Can we get some help looking for the bodies? We've misplaced them. That's a terrible idea.
I also want to point out I did offer to bring the bodies with us when we left, and I was summarily turned down. You guys were like, "Nah, just leave them."
Check lost and found. Did we do that?
I don't... Did you check in that little bit of the couch, like where all the stuff was
Right.
missing? They're definitely in there somewhere.
It's in the lint trap with all the missing socks.
It's not a lint trap. It's some fifth dimension. All right, so
It's true.
I agree. We'll worry about the bodies later. We gotta get so many other things taken care of first. And honestly, if we never find the bodies, our hope is that we leave this town and we never come back. So
All right.
that's the hope. I didn't say that was
Yeah.
All right.
We talking about this is not Curse of Strahd in Barovia. We are Team Vallaki, 100%.
We had seen no.
We're voting
Okay.
Vallaki in the Super Bowl.
Oh Lord.
So you all head back towards the church. Yeah, you make it there. He's gonna keep Stella for a while until she's kind of nursed back, and then, he's gonna have some explaining to do. Well,
That's fair.
Yeah, if you don't mind, I will get her settled, and then I'm already behind for the next sermon.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry.
Does this guy do a day?
Cranky redeemed a reroll for someone, so little does he know we're not rolling any dice tonight. So.
Yeah, as everyone is wandering off back to the church, I want to go to the shop and get rid of half this crap that
Okay.
I'm holding. Because
Um,
if I get hit with any kind of strength penalty from anyone, I'm not walking. I'm
Okay.
over-encumbered. So.
all right. Yeah. Do you want to role play through that, or do you want to?
No, I'm
Power
just
through.
saying it so I can sell some stuff, and then we can
Yeah.
we can go and buy some stuff together. But
Yeah,
right now,
okay.
I just want to get rid of it.
Yeah. You remember Gunther and Yelena Erisic are the purveyors of this stockyard. There is the carnival wagon that is in the corner that had the armored tiger, not like Bull's unarmored tiger. Yeah, and he'll give you it's like 3/4 of what it would be in the hand or in the player's handbook, whatever you have. We'll just
Okay.
and it's all the Strahd bucks. He doesn't have gold. It's all Strahd bucks. But yeah, so if you can do that math for me, then I'll trust you.
Yeah, I'll do it. That's
Okay,
fine.
all right. And then we can say you all kind of catch back up at the church, or you're meeting Cass halfway somewhere else, but that's up to you. That was the quickest shopping montage ever.
Nice.
Dumb. I was gonna retort with Borat. What we? But I should.
Oh,
I'm
just
sorry.
no,
Nope.
please.
I'm done. Nope. That's it. That's the one. That's the one. That's the one. Anyways,
Oh
so
God.
you are done at St. Andrew's if you want to be. He has Father Lucian has gone inside, and he's doing his business. So now, and I'm going to say you're all back together at the church.
Burgermaster?
That was easy.
Yeah, I'm going to say it's about 9 o'clock in the morning.
A little
this point.
too easy.
All right, so you guys heading to Burgermeister's? Is that?
Yeah, I think we need to.
Sounds,
Okay.
sounds about
And-
right.
Yeah, he's kind of at the kind of in that cul-de-sac area, down to the bottom of the of Vallaki off the main street. You pass Belinsky Toys.
Oh,
No,
do it.
no lights on. well. No lights on. And you are making your way down to the Burgermeister Manor. And I'll move us there on the map. I'll get us. Let's go to the map screen on live. I do have to adjust some cameras because
I am a camera.
I am a camera. A camera am I? Does anybody know what that's from? I know what that's
I do. Yes.
from. Yeah, this is gonna take a moment. So, but
Just a minute.
I want you all to see what I see.
Or while you're here and you need some dice,
Yeah, hit those.
go to SkullSplitterDice.com.
Sponsor.
You feel dirty.
I don't. Adam, you're good. Let's see, Bob.
Okay.
You're good. I'm good.
Yeah, usually top row won't stay the
Yeah,
same.
Dax, you're not good. You will be shortly. There we go.
Why is it always me? What did I do to y'all?
Yeah, I think it's the bottom row got goofed. Done goofed. All right, Dax, you're good.
Goofed.
We're doing it live, guys. Doing it live. Which one is? Jason, are you in there? What the heck-a-do? There you are. Okay. Sorry. But we're good to go once this is up. So I thank you all for bearing with me as we are now good. Okay. There we are. Should be good. Yep. One last visual check. Okay. Hey, everybody. So you've been here before. Last time you were here, you had to leave your weapons, no blades, no bows, you had to leave them at the door, and you were escorted in by one of the housemaids of the place. You had an interaction with Burgermeister in his den, and you, Bull, I think you went invisible like you do, and you saw Lady Burgermeister having like a book club,
Yeah.
like a circle in with some Vallakian denizens. So you are all here again.
I think before we would have gotten within eyesight. But now the plan is for me to go invisible and sneak around upstairs. Mina, do you want me to have your hammer in case we need that inside?
I'm gonna stop and slowly turn at you. It's like, what?
Well, it's either that or it sits outside.
I mean, last time we were kind of under duress coming in. I don't think they're going to hold our weapons this time.
I sit there. Fine. But I want it back. I'll give you my warhammer.
There are no
Grudgingly.
signs of guards around. I mean, there were a couple on the intersection as you kind of came down, but none at the door.
Well, if that's the case, well, it's up to you. I'm gonna go invisible soon, so. Okay, I guess I'm holding the hammer then. And he will go invisible.
Okay. Okay. You guys can you guys can put your tokens on the map for me at the doorstep here.
Why are you gonna make us fight something?
No. I just want to, you know.
It's a battle map for a reason. I'm
I know, right?
concerned.
They call it a battle map.
There's no guards.
just-
There's no bodies.
I just want to know where y'all are.
There's no bodies yet. We're here to clean up.
Keyword.
I was content to let the Burgermeister live until after we'd killed Strahd, but you know, his house has to be the corrupt house. So here we are.
I mean, if he's not here, all the better.
I'd be kind of sad if he wasn't. A little bit. I mean, we came all this way, and if we don't get to kill him,
I'll go up and knock at the door. Why not?
Okay. Bull, are you invisible? In fact,
As long as Bull is invisible.
Yeah, he's invisible. He'll be
Okay.
kind of with
Okay.
the crowd.
Okay.
Knock, knock.
You don't hear anything for a second or two, and then all of a sudden you hear footsteps start to pitter patter down the hallway. And opening the door is one of the housemaids. Yes, may I help you? You?
We are here to meet with the Bürgermeister.
Oh, again, yes, you were here the other day, yes. They are currently asleep. He did not have anything on
It
the
is
schedule.
past 9 in the morning.
Yeah, well, he had I believe he was out late last night, you know, setting up for
Book
the
club?
next festival, I think. You know, I don't keep his books, but I know he said he was going to be back late and have some warm cider ready for him when he got here, and so he's sleeping in today, I think. But
Go wake your master.
okay, yes, go ahead and come in, make yourself comfortable. Does he know you are coming?
I hope so.
Okay.
Asked us to return
Well,
and
then-
report.
Then yes, we follow me this way, and she opens the door to his study room, his trophy room, I guess is what it more looks like, as he's got the big bear on the wall. It is his den. Yes, please, everybody, in here and wait, and I will go wake him. And she's kind of standing patiently, waiting for everybody to make their way in. Avi, that's you. I'll move him.
I'm on mute. Sorry, just
Yeah, that's all right. I moved you.
thanks.
I took con-
Appreciate
I took control of the situation. uh, okay, great. Yes, have a seat. And sorry, there's not a fire started yet, but
it. Don't worry, we'll start that. It's okay. Experts at starting fires.
and you can hear her leave and head up the stairs.
When that happens, Bull will hand the hammer back to Myrna and walk out and kind of hang in this cubby over here.
Okay. Yeah, that's an entryway. You know, the hay bales that are there on the map are not there. Those were for the festival that already happened. So they are not there. So disregard that. There is a door to the north there. That is unopened, but yes, you are there. Everybody else comfortable in the den?
I make it a point to sit in his chair.
Yeah, in the corner. You're messing up his ass grooves. Classic Simpsons one. Sorry. You know, there's some jokes from your childhood that just like stick and never will leave you ever, and that's one.
So
of
you
them.
know what the worst part is? Is all I went was, "You're in my spot." That's where my brain went.
Yeah, so a couple minutes go by. Couple more minutes.
I'm gonna start the fire.
We started the fire. Okay. Yeah, you get it started pretty easy. It's, always kind of. Oh, dang it.
I'm gonna like snoop in this room too.
Yeah.
You know.
Snoop-a-doop.
I don't know if you want to perception, just kind of look and see what I can touch or find or whatever.
Yeah, give me a investigation check if you're like actually looking and stuff, or if you're just kind of like starting the fire and looking around. You can give me a perception
It's a
check.
15 investigation.
Okay. Yeah, so there, I'll give you the description of the rooms again. The padded chairs and couches line the wall of this cozy carpeted den. The room reeks of pipe smoke, and mounted on the east wall is the head of an angry-looking brown bear. Other than that, nothing really sticks out to you. It's a pretty typical den. He's got ashtrays set about on the tables. He's got, his pipe is sitting next to tack on that little end table. But there aren't a bunch of shelves or storage things in here, so everything's kind of on display. And really, that bear mount is what is driving the attention.
Yeah, I'm gonna just touch it.
Yeah, it snarls. No, it's taxidermied. It's, but it is like as you get closer and kind of maybe touch the teeth a little bit in its open mouth. It's big. It's pretty big.
Is that door locked next to in the entryway?
You can give it a try if you want.
Yeah, he'll try to like quietly open it. Maybe take a peek in there.
Yeah. That's where I gotta do something. Reveal that area. You see just a little kind of vestibule in there that is full of like cloaks, coats, some boots down, kind of lined around the bottom. It does look like just a storage closet. Nothing out of the ordinary.
How nice are these boots? So we've been walking for miles.
They're not. They're more like muck boots. Like if they were to go out and work in the garden, or if it gets really rainy and muddy, more like that, not like a hiker boot with a nice leather upper. They're more of the kind of tall wader, almost like up to the knee muck boot.
Gotcha. These would be perfect for Cass.
I say to myself. All right. And then, so let's see here. Let me get down to this. The maid comes down first, and you see her head through the hallway. And following down the hall or down the stairs, you see the Baron and his 2 mastiffs. The mastiffs do stop, and they kind of, their snouts do raise up in the air like something else is happening. And he comes and pops his head in the into his den, as Avi, as you're touching the teeth of the bear. Ah, you are impressed.
I really am. I mean, these teeth. Did you shoot this yourself?
No. My father shot that one.
Yours is much smaller than.
Well, I have not got myself one yet.
Just so you know, a wise person once said it's not the size that matters when you do end up.
Unless you have the biggest, right? Anyway. You are here. You are back.
Appear to be the biggest. You're right.
Yes. You are back unannounced. What can I say is the pleasure? And you are sitting in my chair. Would you mind moving?
I will stand up and look at the cushions of the chair. Are they embroidered with a name?
No, they are not. Did you say
After
that in
checking,
character?
no. I do stand up in character and look at the cushions. Failing to see a name, I just sit back down in the chair. I don't see any names on the chairs, and there's plenty. I'm already here.
Well, you are in my home, and common courtesy would state you will cede that chair to me. So, if you don't mind, we can
Common
get on.
courtesy would state that.
You have.
I'm neither common nor courteous.
Anyway, and he does make his way over, and he does like sidle up next to the chair, kind of waiting. I'm sure you have news for me, and the quicker I get my seat, the quicker I can hear the good news, no doubt.
Is there going to be breakfast again?
I'm sure we can get something going.
I'll stand up out of his chair.
I thank you. He comes down and he does put himself and mastiffs on each side of him. Well, what brings you back? Like I said, good news, hopefully. Are my suspicions correct about this cult from Lady Wagner?
Can you remind me what the suspicions were again?
Is this Jason the player or Tack the...
No, this is Tack the
Okay.
Tack the hard to negotiate with.
Well, I said there might be some cult activity. Izek was looking into it, and we know the fate of Izek. We don't need to get into that. And I was asking you if you could check on that
No cult
for me.
activity.
None. Wow. That is good. I guess that is
There's-
good news.
No active cult. No.
I think there's a rival book club.
Wait. There is no active cult or no cult activity. What does that mean?
There's no active cult to have cult activity.
Yes. I think I get what you are saying. Okay. Second, have the whereabouts of Stella Vakta been found?
She was at home. She's not anymore.
Where might she be now?
I'm not at liberty to discuss that.
Well, there is...
Technically, all you asked us was she at home? She is no longer at home.
Yes, but the idea was to find her.
But it's not what you asked us to do. You just asked us to tell you if she was at home. She is not at home. We have done our job.
To be perfectly honest, we don't know where she is now. So we were there,
You
and
lost her.
she was there, and now she's not there. I mean, you didn't tell us to bring her back. You very specifically said just find out if she's home. She was there.
Yes.
We went back by there this morning. She's not there.
If you wanted something more, you should have been more clear in your contract.
Tack.
Tack, you want me to make a deception
Yeah, I
roll? Is that what
do,
you're
and
asking
yeah,
for?
and I'll give you advantage as Myrna's helping out there. Let me see.
I'm
I
glad this is one of the few roles I'm actually good at. And my guy, that is a natural 20 for a total of 27 on the deception roll.
27.
Yes,
I
sir.
didn't even know you could go that high. Yeah, you definitely beat his 8. You win. Yeah, so he's, well, I cannot believe that you would find her and then release her. As he's kind of like speaking through his teeth, you can tell the backs of his jaws kind of clenching, closed shut.
You don't deal with mercenaries very often, do you? You have to be very clear in your contract. Take our contract to the letter.
Outside mercenaries, no. This newer bunch. Yes, I will work that in. Anyway, so she is in.
Grumpy today.
I am grumpy. Well, it is early, and I was up
I mean,
late.
you were What were you out late?
We've already been to church this morning, sir. It is not that early.
That hack, Father Lucian. That's fine. Well, when you are out late making sure that your town is well taken care of and everything is well, you get to sleep in.
Doesn't everybody sleep at night around these parts?
Yes, of course.
What were you doing?
Not a fan of the light, are we?
No, I see what you are doing. You are trying to insinuate that I am a vampire. That is not true. I was
Said it,
making
not me.
contact with the people of Vallaki. They need to see my face every now and then, or else they get the idea that things may be not so well. That's what I was doing. Anyway, we are here now. You have delivered the news for me, and according to our terms of the previous contract, I think we have to be finished here. I would suggest your time here in Vallaki is over. You have paid your debt to me for the killing of Ezek, and I think we can be done. As long as I know Stella is here in Vallaki, and I think I do. The cult is taken care of. Everything is fine. And he grabs his pipe and he begins to pack it in, and he's getting ready to light up the smoke.
Thought we were having breakfast.
Well,
You do not know much about manners and having guests, do you?
that is not my territory. And Bull,
It's
as
your home.
I do not do the entertaining. Bull, as you are standing there, you do see Lydia, Lady Burgermeister, start to come down the stairs. She is in a nightgown, not like a robe, and she is coming down the stairs and heading towards the kitchen in that direction.
Yeah.
And if you
Once she passed, he would go up there.
Okay. Yeah, and if you kind of watched her down the hall, she does enter that door at the very end of the hallway.
On the left side?
Yeah,
or
yeah,
bottom?
yeah. Yep. Right in the main hallway. Right there.
Oh, I thought those were windows.
It's a big house, sir.
This is a big house.
Yeah. No, so it is a door. So I'm going to reveal some of the areas for the upper level of this big house. You can move your token up there if you want, Bull.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Yeah, so you see this upstairs landing. The staircase climbs 20 feet to a beautiful pointed gallery that continues toward the west, running almost the length of the mansion. Now that you're around the corner, let me reveal some more. You do see a stairwell going down at the very end. Framed landscape paintings line the walls, and red silk drapes cover the 10-foot-tall arched windows of leaded glass.
Well, that's not good. Yeah, I think he would just poke his head in each of these rooms. Well, whichever room he comes across first.
Yeah, you see another long hallway here with, you can kind of make out 4 doors. Give me a perception check as you're up and around here.
That's pretty decent. That is a 24.
Ooh, nice. Very nice. You hear at the end of this hallway that you're in some chains that are kind of clinking together, like dragging across wooden floor. Yeah.
Up here?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it. Are all these doors open or are they all closed?
They are closed currently.
Maybe he'll peek in the first one to his right, but
Okay.
you know, it's got that thing where it's like his eye keeps darting to that door where he heard the chains coming from.
Yeah, as you're kind of slinking in here. Oh, which one is it? Come on, man. Yeah, the one to the right, it is locked.
Seeing that, is the one on the left locked as well?
If you try it, no, it does not appear to be locked.
Okay, he'll just take a look in there real quick.
Very good. Yeah, you peek in there. You do see what looks like a library. One lone desk kind of in the center with a chair. Floor-to-ceiling shelves line every wall of this windowless room. And the number of books contained here, nothing short of astounding. Like it's like wall-to-wall, floor-to-ceiling, packed with books. There's a brass oil lamp that sits atop the large desk in the center of the room. The chair behind the desk is comfortably padded. Tack would know the ass grooves here. And has the symbol of a roaring bear stitched into its back cushion.
I take it this is the Burgomaster's private. All right. He's going to head down to where he heard the chains.
Yeah, so are you try this door, it is locked. But as you do kind of engage with the handle, you hear inside, and you hear some more of those clanking of chains behind it.
It's like, my regret. No, I'll probably regret this. He's going to try and pick the lock.
All right. Give me that roll. There is a re-roll in the chat, so that might come into play. You never know.
That might be what sleight of hand?
I think it's your proficiency bonus, a D20 plus your proficiency bonus.
Oh, that's just 13 then. If it's not sleight of hand.
So correct me if I'm wrong. When it comes to like tool proficiencies, is it just a D20 plus your proficiency bonus, or do you get to add like
you get your proficiency bonus and one of your stat
Okay,
modifiers
all right.
appropriate to the
all right.
task?
Go ahead and do sleight of hand then, because I think it would be a dex.
Oh, well, then that's 19.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to do it well enough. And the whole time, every time you're clinking in your picks, another chain moves, and another groan or a grimace happens, and you do get the door picked and popped open. And in there, you do see chained to the back wall in this otherwise empty closet is a badly beaten man wearing nothing but a loincloth. The iron shackles have cut into his wrists, causing blood to trickle down the hands. Not again. Not again.
Who are you,
who-
chained man?
You hear a little bit of relief hearing your voice. My name is Udo. Udo Lukovic. I've been unlawfully imprisoned. Please show yourself and get me out of here.
Udo, wait, why does the Burgermaster have you?
He's upset. I said something ill of him during one of the ceremonies, and he had me thrown in here. The stocks wasn't enough for him. He brought me here.
Yeah, that all tracks. All right, Udo, I'm gonna need you to be quiet, and we're gonna get you, but just not right now.
No,
It
no.
will be today. Nope. Hey, Udo, I can forget about you, or you can wait quietly, and I will come back for you.
You have to get me out of here now.
And he'll actually,
I can't.
he's gonna use a healing word on him.
Okay.
And he's like, "That's a gesture of good faith, but if you fuck me."
I believe the term is "fuck me over," but continue. You're a bard. We have to be specific.
We do,
If we're gonna
we
go off
do.
of that trope. Okay.
To clear that up.
Especially knowing Bull. All right.
There are chains in there too. So.
And this is where we veil away. Anyways, yeah. So go ahead and roll the heal for that.
Sorry. 5.
And you can see him kind of like gain a little resolve there as your healing word comes in and helps him out a little bit. All right, I'll take that as a good faith in your word. Please don't be long. If he comes back, I don't know if I can hold out.
Is it the Burgermaster or his son that is torturing you, or both?
It's either the Burgermeister or that henchman of his, Isaac. Although I haven't seen him in a day or two.
Yeah, you're not gonna be seeing him again. All right, so hush up now.
Yeah.
And he'll walk away.
Okay, make it quick, please. And you close the door. And as you're moving down the hall, you don't hear those chains moving anymore. He is staying still.
Well, so much for those still ghosts.
We'll cut back downstairs. So it is breakfast you want. That is cute. Yes, we can provide. Please join me across the hall.
I mean, normal people typically have breakfast. Not just cute people.
Well, for me and my family, yes, that is quite normal for a band of mercenaries that have fulfilled their duty. Maybe not so much. But please, come over into the dining room and we will eat proper. He does get up. and head that way.
I will follow, but as I'm following, I kind of shoot a side-eyed tack, just kind of nod, carry on.
I'm keeping an eye out for any of the house staff
Okay.
or Lady Burgermeister.
Okay.
Uh, if we happen to cross paths in the hall or what have you.
Okay. Nobody yet.
Okay. Then I'll just move on into the dining room.
Okay. Yeah, he comes in as well. Mastiffs circle around him. Again, this room has a chandelier, wrought iron chandelier, with wax candles hanging above this polished wooden dining table. This was the same room Bull saw earlier that had denizens of Vallaki here having a talk with Mrs. Burgermeister. Please have a seat. I'm sure it'll be here shortly. And Tack, if you're still kind of watching, that door is open to the hallway. You do see Lady Lydia Petrovna, is Mrs. Burgermeister, come in. And she does come into the room. Ah, we have guests. Yes, they insist that they have breakfast. Oh, good. I will make sure it's coming right out. Please have a seat and make yourself welcome. It's not often we get people in here.
Cannot imagine why.
It's a nice room, isn't it? It is quite.
You have a beautiful home.
Yeah. Thank you. We've
Did you decorate it?
it's taken a long time to get it to this point, but yeah, some of it. The den is off limits sometimes. I don't touch in there, of course, but yes, everything you see in here was brought here by me. And you could see Burgermeister getting visibly irritated. Please,
You have done a wonderful job, my lady.
please, leave us. And she immediately kind of closes in and stops talking, and she does leave.
I'm gonna kind of nonchalantly cough and nudge Avi under the table.
It's Avi.
Avi, I'm sorry.
We've
Avi.
been playing this for a year together.
Oh, you're absolutely right. Absolutely right.
I'm gonna just stare at him.
I'm gonna nod in the direction of the Burgermeister. Say something. I'll whisper. Say something.
Oh, you have a lovely wife.
As soon as he starts talking, I'm going to point myself at Avi as he's talking and message the lady of the house and whisper to her to collect her house staff and go to her brother's.
Can she respond to that?
She can.
And is this mental, or is this?
Yes.
Is it okay? What? What? Who's this?
I will
What?
just repeat the message again. Collect your staff and go to your brother's.
All right, give me a persuasion check here.
Wait, the other thing I'm good at.
Can't give it to you for free, man.
That's okay. That's a 19. It's
There-
not too bad.
Yeah. And how many interactions do you get? Is it just the one?
I mean, it's a cantrip, so I
Okay,
can cast
okay.
it over and over. So it's just one message and a reply. So I messaged again, so she can reply again if she wants.
Yes. So Yes. Okay. Okay. You can tell there's still some confusion in her voice, but there's something that is, putting her this way. So you do see her walk back down the hall towards the kitchen where she went the other way at first, but you do see her move back across the hall. And you don't see anybody come back. And, a minute goes by. What is taking them so long?
Oh,
Morning prep should already have been done by now.
they thought you were getting up later. Sorry, that's probably our fault. We interrupted your sleep.
So tell me, your very kind maid told us that you were preparing for a new festival last night. So what kind of festival are you preparing for?
Well, we haven't got the details ironed out yet. I'm glad you asked. This is kind of my forte. But we haven't got the details ironed out yet. As you know, we did one where we danced around dead werewolves. We did one where we lit a bunch of wicker bales on fire and kind of danced around, and it just raises morale quite nicely. I don't know what I'm doing this time.
Dancing?
Like what? Say.
Key is you like dancing.
Well, dancing, moving the body kind of makes people happy, right? And that is what
I'm
we're
gonna
trying
stand
to
up
do.
and say, I just came up with this new dance. Would you like to see it? Maybe this could be the highlight of the next festival.
Sure, entertain me.
Yeah, so I'm gonna stand up and I'm gonna just dance my heart out.
Give me a performance check.
I have a -1 to performance.
So it's going to be really good.
Is it 14?
Oh, you start off pretty rough, but you kind of find a few moves, maybe, coming back from your childhood. Yeah, you find a little groove there, and I must say that step you did in between the twirl was something new. That's maybe. I mean, it's not just dancing. There has to be some sort of theme attached to it.
Yeah, no, I practice it with fire. I just didn't want to start your house on fire.
And that is much appreciated. Anyway, so that is where we are at.
Do you know how long this festival is going to last? Is it going to be a one-day thing? Is this going to last for a week?
It's usually a week of preparation and, good tidings happening, and then at week's end we celebrate.
And do you do this all year round?
Yes, I mean, we try to keep a nice rotation of festivals happening. It seems to keep people happy. Anyway, I'm wondering if I should go and check on them as
As you said,
getting ridiculous.
This is not something that you deal with. Let them do their thing, and we can continue having such a nice conversation. You said you do not often get company. Let us entertain you.
I will message Bull at the same time as I'm addressing the rest of the people and say, yeah, I can't imagine breakfast is going to take too much longer to be ready.
And at that, we'll cut up to Bull, who is upstairs. You do get that message coming through your earpiece.
He's like, I'll read you loud and clear, Tack. Can you just do me a favor, save me a plate? And he's gonna check these 3 doors.
Let's see here. Doop. Yeah, that first door you come to, it is unlocked. And you do see a washroom, a bathroom. There's an iron tub with clawed feet that stands against the back wall. Neatly folded towels rest atop a table near the door. Quite a big, it's odd. It's a big room for just a bathtub. But yeah, that's what you see.
Hey, I mean, it'd be nice for singing. It's echoing off the walls. All right, he'll move to that. I think he's actually just going to go to this last door. Seeing that there's another door there, imagine that this is probably just a bedroom next to it.
So you're going to the northern door?
Yeah.
Yeah, this one is unlocked as well. I'm going all the way in.
Oh, he's going in.
Oh, Yeah. So this one looks like to be the master bedroom. Time has faded the grandeur of this master bedroom. Furnishings have lost some of their color and splendor. You do see a short pull rope that hangs from a wooden trapdoor in the ceiling here.
Man, I wish I would have learned message from Tack when I had the chance, and he's gonna pull down the the rope.
All right.
Hey, we did just get a raid from So Matty Games.
Oh, hey.
Thank you so much.
So Meta Games, thank you. We are currently knee deep in Vallaki here. They are trying to. They're in the Burgermeister's mansion, and stuff's about to go down. So, Bull, yeah, it's got the little pull string. You pull it down, a ladder unfolds itself down, and it does lead up into a dark space above.
Yeah. All right. He's gonna conjure an animal.
Okay.
Hold on. Where are my extras?
All right. Well, while you go ahead and get that squared away, I'll cut downstairs. Yeah. So back downstairs. Yes, patience is not one of my virtues.
We could, I mean, honestly, we could tell. Being as busy as you are, it's hard because there's so many things to do. We get it.
Right.
But before we eat, do you mind if I use your restroom real quick?
You want to use my bathroom?
Yeah. Sorry, it was a busy morning. I didn't have a chance to go.
That is very interesting. Yes, if you...
Yeah, normal people have to. I mean,
Well,
mercenaries like you still have to use the restroom. I know it's odd.
yes, you can use...
Could you point which is the closest?
It's actually upstairs.
Ooh. I'll be quick.
You know, looking at this, there's not an actual public bathroom in here. There's the private one in there. So I'm gonna retcon here. There is one in that bathroom that Bull just checked out. So if you must follow me, and he's going to get up and kind of move to this door.
I mean, I can hold it. I'm okay.
Well,
Just if it was convenient, to be fair.
Well, it's upstairs, and I wouldn't want you to get lost. Anyway.
Big house, yeah. It's a problem when you're the big person in charge. I could tell.
With that, we'll come back up to Bull. What do you got going?
Actually, he's gonna hold off on casting conjure animals,
Yep.
and he's gonna walk up those stairs slowly, maybe sneakily.
Okay.
Depending.
Yeah, give me a stealth check if you want to do that sneakily.
Oh, that's gonna be great. 23.
Oh, yeah, that's like ninja levels. Yeah, you get up there and you see. So you're up in that top corner of this room. A dusty 20-foot square room has a high-pitched ceiling that reaches its peaks 20 feet above. The wooden rafters are shrouded in cobwebs. Except for an old table with a lantern on it, this room is empty. There's one window to the west and a door to the south.
He's gonna check that door, see if that's locked. And I mean, if it is, he's gonna try to pick it. If it's not, he'll just slowly open it up.
Yeah, it's unlocked. And you do peek in there.
Hold on to your butts.
You see a large attic up here, full of old, forgotten things draped in white sheets. Piled around them are, from what you can see here, It's just like a mishmash of a lot of things. But you do see a clear footpath through this, through the center of this. And as you kind of look towards the end of here, you can see a door at the far end.
It's like, man, I wish I had somebody with sticky fingers with me, and he's gonna try to he's gonna follow the path, just kind of like looking around at all the stuff.
Yeah, you see there's just a mishmash of everything up here. Chairs, furniture, crates, barrels, crate and barrels.
Nice.
Yeah, just like a lifetime of accumulation. And yeah.
We were actually kind of talking about this before stream.
We were.
Yeah.
I do
It's
all
gonna
my...
try.
Go ahead.
It's gonna try to open or unlock that door.
Okay. All right. We'll pause there. We'll go back downstairs.
No, let's stay with Bull. I want.
All right, we can stay with Bull. That's fine.
No, I'm not gonna direct the party. I'm just sitting here going, yes, yes.
All right,
yes.
good. Okay, so we'll stay.
Yeah, no, I wanna see.
All right. So as you get closer to this door, you see that someone has carved a large skull into it. Hanging from the doorknob is a wooden sign that reads, "All is not well."
Oh.
And you do hear kind of the ramblings of somebody behind. You better get out those RIP emotes in the... Sorry, I said that out loud. No. I'm kidding.
All right, he will cast conjure animals, and he's gonna bring out. I guess this one's just gonna be called Kane, but he will bring out a saber-toothed tiger, and he's gonna look at it. Say, "Now, Kane." That's not his voice. Now, Kane, anything, just defend me. Attack something if necessary. I'm gonna open this door. All is not well.
Okay.
He will open that door.
All right. I gotta do some rolling here. Dang it. As you open this up, and your hand touches the knob, the etching in that skull starts to kind of crackle and come out and goes directly like static electricity to your hand, and you're going to take 12 points of lightning damage as this glyph is triggered, and you begin to open and push that door into that next room.
You said 12?
Yeah, 12 points of lightning damage.
Cool.
Should have had the Dragonborn open the door, but it's fine.
And in here, you see a mishmash of furniture in here. Very dusty, lamplit chamber. Some tables strewn with pieces of parchment on which strange diagrams are drawn, and a freestanding bookshelf holds a collection of bones. A dusty rug covers the floor in front of a pine box, in which lounges a skeletal cat. Several more skeletal cats skulk about. Most unnerving of all this is the sight of 3 small children standing with their backs to you in the nearest corner of the room.
Did you say what this guy was in the room?
Actually,
Or are they not there?
they are not there. I'm sorry. Wrong layer. Give me a perception check. Let's do that.
I'm actually going to spend that reroll if it's not much better. 13.
Yeah. You see what you see.
Okay. How do these kids look?
They look still. Some of the skeletal cats are kind of like crackly bones, kind of like moving around, looking at you, but not really moving in that direction. Just
Okay.
kind of
And
scoping
then
about.
I guess the windows. What's the situation with those? Oh, are they covered? Are they uncovered?
They are not covered. They are dusty, so not much light. I mean, it's an overcast day, anyways, but not a lot of light would come through them with direct sunlight, anyways, because they are pretty dusty.
Cool. He's gonna walk in with the saber-toothed cat and just see if anything. All right, everybody, be cool. Be cool.
Everybody, be cool. This is a robbery. Okay. Everybody's being cool.
All right, well, if there's no reaction, he's gonna try to look for a holy symbol.
All right, give me a investigation check as you're in here.
Yeah, that's an 8.
You don't see anything that would be like a symbol, like would be some sort of iconography of something that was described to you. You do catch that these children aren't actually children. They are like wooden dolls.
I think at this point, given what Tack had whispered to him, he's just gonna go back to the Wagner house and be like, just start yelling. It's like, I think we're in an attic with still ghost gang. I don't know how well they could hear him, but he's just going to yell out.
All right. Are you trying to push that to everybody else down two floors?
Most definitely.
Okay. With that,
You are the worst bard ever. You need to get message, okay? Or sending or something.
Message wouldn't work at this range anyway. So
Sending.
that he should have that, but bull will be
What is
bull.
wrong
You
with
know, I mean,
why can't you
I don't
be?
It's sending.
Why can't you be the sexy, seductive bard? Why? I'm kidding. We appreciate your play, Bull. Yeah. With that, you
how bold the DM just called you not sexy. I'm sorry.
Dang it. I was talking about bold, not Adam. Just
Right.
anyway. Everybody down in the lower area, you do visibly see his hands hit the table, and he's like starting to look around. What is happening out there?
I cast Hold Person.
Must take a look. All right, cast it.
I'm gonna step up in front of the door out of this room.
Okay.
He needs to make a Wisdom save.
All right, I
DC
gotta.
15 or be paralyzed.
Let's get his character. Why did I close? I was thinking you guys weren't gonna attack him, and I just closed his character sheet.
No. We were gonna kill
You
him.
learned nothing in almost a year of playing.
Again,
How long you been playing this game
I
with
know
us?
nothing.
You throw bad people at us, and we want to kill them.
This
Not
guy,
only that, but
People too.
this guy is a pretty bad guy.
we even had a plan.
Bad.
We had a plan. We had a plan. We don't even normally have a plan when we kill the bad
That's true.
guys. So
All right, so wisdom save, you said.
yes.
All right, that's a 17.
That passes,
So
unfortunately.
he stands up. What is the meaning of this? You get your magics out of here. I think it is best that you all leave. And he steps back. And he
I would like
commands
to
his dogs.
extend a hand as if to give him a handshake and say, I apologize for this. I'm not always in control of my companions.
Avi, what did you say you wanted to do something?
Yeah, I'm gonna stand up in front of the door out.
Okay. Yes, I think it is best that we just leave and we forego breakfast. There is something going on upstairs that requires my attention.
Yeah,
He's just gonna
about
ignore my handshake.
Yes. I think it is best that we leave.
Is he walking
And
by me?
no, he is back by, like, up against this door, and his mastiffs are in front. And he's not extending his
It's like
hand.
the rudest house ever. Rudest host ever. Sorry, I probably should move my token. I was so enthralled with the attic mess that is upstairs.
That's all
I
right.
mean, but the dogs are so friendly, particularly to Avi.
Are they still? Does that?
an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I know it lasts an hour, but that's kind of
Oh no,
trying to spur Avi into action here.
I'm seeing.
Kind of meta.
So, again, if you don't mind, it is time to leave.
I'm gonna like flame my hair up, and like 2 fireballs, like firebolts in my hand. I think we're okay right here. So have a seat.
What is the meaning of this?
Sit down. We'll talk about it.
I don't think that is going to happen. I think it is best that you leave.
Man, I really wish one of us had suggestion or
I
command.
do.
One spell slot left. He's holding on to that.
I got 1 spell slot, and I'm not using suggestion
I
on this
know.
guy because I want to kill him.
Oh no, you're fine.
I'm gonna go
Fine.
ahead and step forwards and just kind of look at him. Look back to my party. Look back at him.
I'll nod at Cass.
You know, there's an old saying: "Pay the devil his due." And the devil is not happy with you. We're going to go ahead and do what we need to do upstairs. And you're going to go ahead and sit here. I think that is a reasonable suggestion. And I would like him to make a wisdom save as I cast Charm Person.
Oh shit. Let's see. All right.
I'm amazed we didn't go straight murder hobo.
I'm impressed, guys.
I'm really confused, but it's okay.
Again, we had this conversation after the last, 2 sessions ago. Is it murder hobo if everybody you're killing deserves to die because they're assholes?
No, and we
Basically,
decided no, it's not.
We don't know what's actually upstairs. So if Bull comes down and says, yeah, there's like someone chained up and shit, then we kill him. But right now, Cass is like, hey, just sit down.
Yeah, we just want we know there might be something upstairs, so yeah.
14.
Why was it 14? It's a 13.
Okay.
DC.
He's got a decent wisdom here. I don't think I will be doing that. Again, what is the business here? I have made myself known.
We'll talk about it.
Well,
And I'm gonna fire one of these firebolts like right at his feet. Not at him. Next one will hit. Sit down.
I am sure.
You seem oddly confident.
Does he sit down?
Move yourselves to the end of the table and we will sit across.
I don't think so. I'm gonna count to 3 and then next one's coming for your face, dude.
If you don't
You don't sit down in 3 seconds.
leave the money on the doorstep and get the hell out.
That's my parent coming in here. Sorry.
Yeah. If you don't sit down in the next 3 seconds, you're not getting any pudding. But,
All
Right.
It would make the worst parents. I'm just gonna put that out there.
The lot of you together make
Yeah.
pretty good parents. He'll sit down slowly, kind of pulling his chair out, and he kind of pulls it away from the table so he's closer to the door behind him. Mastiff still on each side. Well, if I'm going to
Is
sit,
he sitting where he is, like right next to me?
no, there's the grid there, so he'd be more here in his chair with the mastiffs
Okay.
on each side. We'll say he backed that chair up. I should turn off the grid placement for tokens, but anyway. Well, it is courtesy if you sit as well. If we're going to have this talk that you insist on us having.
Technically, the bodyguard does not sit, so I will stand.
And I'm gonna turn to Myrna. You think somebody needs to go check on Bull while we're keeping him occupied?
All right, I'll go upstairs.
I was going to
Let him
volunteer,
get
but
away.
all right.
We may need.
I'll
we
like
may
stop
need
and look at.
here.
All right. So,
I'll
Mirna,
go.
are you heading upstairs?
Sure, I'll go and lean into Cass. I trust you to take care of him if need be.
I'll just nod.
I'll leave.
Cass, you're in the room, right? In
Where
this
do you? How
dining room.
far do you want me to go?
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah, you can make your way all the way up if I mean, you know what Bold knows about the upstairs. If there's any role play you want to do as you're passing through, let me know.
Well, it's gonna be singing, so you could just follow the sound of
Old
his
head
voice.
said attic, right?
Yeah, so
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah,
yeah.
I'll just do that.
yeah, okay.
I probably wouldn't know enough to start searching around the
Okay.
rest of the house, so
Okay. Yeah, so you go into that master bedroom, you see the drop down stairs, climb up in, make your way through this attic. Do you have night vision or dark vision?
No.
Okay. It's dark in here. You can see, but not too far past your face. It's dark on the corner, the end. You do see a little bit of light coming through what is the windows in that study, but the center is dark.
all right.
So you're kind of making your way through, feeling.
Grab the lantern.
Well,
There was the lantern on that desk in the room.
I
if
mean,
you'd want.
considering the last time we were in attic, what we ran into, I'm actually going to snap my fingers and cast daylight
And is that
just on the off chance.
is that a
So
radius?
it's a 60-foot,
Okay,
60-foot sphere. Yep, around me,
nice.
complete daylight,
Oops.
and it'll last for an hour.
Not that. Yeah, so that lights up this whole room. Just every nook and cranny of this room is now just filled with light, and you see the amount of junk up here, and it does look like junk. Some of it is shrouded in white cloth, so you don't really know, but the stuff that you can see that is exposed is you don't know why it's up here. It just seems to be just collected over time. But yeah, you can definitely see the path going through. And do you make your way all the way there? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And you see Bull in there. You see these skeletal cats kind of like cracking their joints as they're moving around, very robotronic. Those three wooden children standing and staring at the corner. A couple workbenches, a cedar box that is filled with bones.
Welcome to the Hall of Horrors, Myrna.
You called me up here for dolls, and well, the cats are the problem. I mean, they're obviously dead. They need to go.
Well, they might be the still ghosts that we're looking for, and then we got these Blair Witch Project in the
They're looking
corner.
for an amulet, Bull.
Well, I mean, those desks and shit, I haven't had a chance to look through. I got shocked coming in, so
I thought I'll look through one of the desks, I guess.
Okay. Which one?
The one on the left. You always go left.
Okay.
By the way, I'm just gonna say this now. Myrna has like that little bit that Bull had earned. Myrna is like now like shifting down because you called her upstairs for the little cats.
Okay. As you reach down at this desk and start to rifle through some of the stuff on top, you see this figure standing next to the children appear. And I need both of you to make a Constitution save.
with advantage?
Advantage for.
For just being buddies and together.
No real reason other than that. No.
Oh,
Good try.
got a 17.
Okay. Bolt.
Also 17.
Nice. You both save,
Yeah.
but you're gonna take halfsies.
Uh-huh. That would be.
10. Geez,
I'm
math
hearing a lot
is
of dice
hard.
rolls.
28, 30. Half of 36 is 18. You take 18 points of cold damage as this person apparates in front of you, and immediately this cone of cold just comes flying out towards you, clearing everything off the desk in front of you. You save, but you're going to take 18 points.
I think I have to roll con to keep my
Okay.
saber up.
Okay.
14. I don't know what I have to. Is there a
It-
thing I have to beat, or is it,
would,
10?
It's 10. If the damage was over 20, I think you have to then roll higher than half the damage.
Gotcha.
I believe that's it. Yeah. So he opens himself up now out of his invisibility. Leave my room. Don't touch my things. Leave my room. What are you doing up here?
First off, ouch.
You couldn't
And-
leave well enough alone. You had to go touching.
Well, there was no sign that said no touching.
There was a sign on the door.
Listen, we're just looking for an amulet. Can we grab that and we'll just get out of here? That's not a. We don't have to hang out any longer.
Does my father know you are
No more-
here?
No more touching.
Does my father know you are here?
Yes.
You heard her, yes.
Did he did not send you up here, though. So you're snooping about. Please, leave. There is no amulet here.
Insight check.
Go ahead.
I honestly don't think Victor knows what the hell we're talking about. That's the player.
$13.
Yeah, you can't really read if he knows or not, or if he's being untruthful here. It's kind of, you're kind of just still stunned and deadlocked from him coming out of invisibility and being blasted there, that you're not getting a good read on him.
Bull's gonna whisper under his breath to Marin. He's like, man, I don't know if you want to stay up here. I don't know if I should send old Kane to get this guy, but I'm not feeling great.
It is best that you leave. I must get back to my work. I don't have this amulet. Get back to my father. He has some bidding for you to do, not up here.
I'll like point at the cats. Is it this?
It is none of your business is what this is.
I'm gonna shout as loud as I can. Undead upstairs.
I'm gonna fire a scorching ray.
It's
right-
like this bellowing roar. Is what it
I'm
is.
gonna hear it.
Oh, shit.
I'm fucking scorching ray.
All right.
Let's go.
Okay. So you yell, do the scorching ray.
We're going third level.
Okay.
Victor, we found your girlfriend.
She's not my
All right.
girlfriend.
What is it?
My girlfriend lives in Canada. Niagara Falls.
All right, so this is gonna be 4 rays right at the Burgermeister.
Okay.
24,
Definitely hit.
25, a 10, and then a 15.
Let me double check. You know, when that moment in your life when you have too many tabs open.
Yeah.
Yeah, all of those hit.
Brain all the time.
The 10 hits?
All of those hit.
This
No,
dude's
the 10
nerd.
does not. The 10 does not. Was there a
Oh, okay.
14 in there?
There's a 15.
Okay, the 15 hits.
Okay, so he's taken 6d6 fire damage. That's a 6.
Okay.
Plus 6 is 12. 17. 19. That's 4. 23. 24.
24 points of fire damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, what little space was behind him and his chair and the door has quickly been closed as he's just getting pelted with these scorching rays that are blasting him into the back of his seat. And yeah, he immediately slumps forward and falls out of his seat, and he is down on the ground.
Then I'm going to cast Animal Friendship at 3rd level.
You already have a cat. What more do you want?
Use your dogs not to fucking attack us.
So, well, you already cast that spell, so I'll let anybody else in this room act if they want.
Is he dead? Like,
He got lit up pretty good. Yeah, from what you could tell, he would be dead.
or is he Myrna can bring him back to life dead?
How many points of damage did you do? It was like 24?
24.
Yeah, he's dead.
He's a commoner, dude. He's got like 10 hit points. Shit.
He had 9 hit
I
points.
shoot him with an Eldritch Blast on my way out the door.
There goes a 3rd level spell on a damn commoner again.
And I'd let you do it.
Oh my god! Well, I'm glad we're up here taking fucking 36 cold damage.
I know this is weird about Curse of Strahd. This is outside meta knowledge here. That like these bad guys are so weak. Like he doesn't have a spell. He has 9 hit points. He can parry, but that's it. You know. So yeah, he's dead.
Imagine the game was designed with us to parlay with this asshole and then go kill.
We did parlay. with
Vampire.
this
You
asshole.
did.
Right.
I just don't think they intended for us to kill all the assholes on the way to Strahd.
Yeah.
Which
No,
is
it's
how we
fine.
roll.
This guy's a
Question.
major a-hole, so you're not.
We saved his wife. She's
Yes.
the nice person.
Yeah.
We got the staff out of the house.
All right.
So now we're gonna kill his son
Our,
too.
our moral compass is looking all right now. Like, it's not looking awful.
Tack
So
doesn't feel guilty about anyone he's killed.
I feel
Tack.
guilty, to be honest.
I don't know if tax should be our group barometer for moral compass.
He shouldn't be, as every time it's come up, he's been like, if you're trying to appeal to my good side, I don't have one.
I
Oh,
only feel
talk to
guilty.
Myrna.
I only feel guilty because they're commoners and we like obliterate them, and it's like, okay, clearly it's not meant for us to kill this person.
we who's the one using 3rd level spell slots to kill commoners? I don't want to.
Yeah, Avi.
I love it. Anywho.
He has like this sense of like he has more hit points than 10 because
Yeah.
he's talking big game.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
there's my justification for life.
Tack or Cass, anything you want to do in here before the Masters
I do
act?
literally. Oh, the Mastiffs are going to attack.
Yeah,
I'm
they
gonna
are. They are up off of their.
I didn't
haunches
really
and
want to have to
stuff.
kill a dog, but if the guy's on the ground, then yeah, I'm gonna Eldritch Blast the puppy.
All right. Sorry.
if you're gonna Last of Us Part 2 us,
Hey, no spoilers. Have a. No, you're right.
you
All right,
have
yeah,
to
so
kill dogs.
Go ahead and give me an attack. It's the worst part of our day right here.
So the first one is a 10, and the second one is a 16.
Both of those hit. Are you gonna hit one on each?
No, the same dog.
Okay.
for a total of 10 points of force damage between the two hits.
Yeah, you take one of them out.
Man, even the dogs are chumps.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Cass, anything you want to do before the last remaining Mastiff acts?
I am gonna hold my action.
Okay.
I'm gonna see if Avi can talk it down, and if he can't, then if he rushes him, then I'll hit him. But I wanna see whether Avi can talk this guy out of it first.
Avi wouldn't be able to cast the spell, Animal Friendship. You could give me an animal handling check if you'd like, but it is going to lunge at you, Cass, as you are the closest one to it. But if Avi wants to do an animal handling intervention, I would allow that as part of
I
your...
got a +6.
Okay.
So, yeah, I'll try and like.
I'll say with disadvantage because you did just
damn.
blast its master and its other
So
animal.
21 and a 16.
No, it's still moving. Yeah, so it's going to jump and lunge at you. So if you want to take your attack action, you're ready.
All right, I will begrudgingly trident him.
Yeah, we're not...
Natural 20.
Yeah, you don't even have to roll damage. You're able to just get it and put it down, and then we'll veil away from that. Worst part of our day, for sure. All right, so they were attacking. So things are clear down here. Let's go back up here. And up here, we're actually going to roll initiative. So if we can have everybody roll initiative, that would be the most.
Oh snap! Okay, this guy actually has some HP. All right, cool.
That's what that means. He's actually a foe.
It's actually some kind of possible threat.
See, we were supposed to get his dad to hire us to kill him because his dad can't get him out of the attic. So he wants him to move out, and he's the lazy son who just won't leave.
Yeah. He's got some things going on in his life.
It's a 20 for me. 2 socks.
Do I need to add in manually?
Yeah.
Okay. Avi. And you had a what? 20?
20, yep.
Okay. Everybody else in there? Yes. I got to roll for the cats. For the cats.
I'm sorry.
They're skeletal cats, so
The undead cats that are in the attic?
Yeah.
You have to roll
I
initiative
didn't
for
lie.
the cats.
Hey, they got a stat block here. All right, Tack, it's your turn. You heard there are undead up here. And then that's what triggered the blast, and what happened down there, you get to go first.
I guess I'll take a dash and head towards the stairs. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. I guess that's going to put me at the top of the landing, just about here.
Okay.
As far as I can get.
All right. Avi.
Yeah, I'll follow Cass. I'll probably make it, or attack. Sorry, I'll probably make it the same.
Okay. Yeah. That leads us to Victor. Let's see. I thought I asked you to leave, and now you're calling for more? Why? Why? And just a second, I gotta look. You know, playing spellcasters is when it's your own personal spellcaster. He is going to move into this corner as far as he can, and he's going to light up a fireball and hit it in that back corner on the other side of Myrna. So I need dex saves by the lot of you. as well as that cat up there. Holy cow, he's gonna nerf one of his own cats.
Does Kane have to roll?
Is it? So it's 20 radius. Get to the. Yeah, Kane would have to roll.
2 questions real quick.
That 2 cats would have to roll. Yeah, go ahead.
Ooh.
Daylight, I'm guessing, does nothing to him.
No, and it's centered on you, so it came in with you. No, it does not.
Yeah.
It's not affecting him.
Okay.
No.
So
He's
next question becomes, I'm guessing since Fireball is a spell, it is not a melee attack, that Sentinel doesn't do anything?
So
He technically was within like 5 feet of me. Part of Sentinel is when a creature within 5 feet of you makes an attack against a target other than you. He's technically attacking his cat.
Technically, he would be, so that he's not.
Could get a reaction to
himself.
make a melee against him. It's just a matter of, do you consider a spell attack, or are you
Spell is
you
an
mean
attack.
like an actual weapon?
It is not a melee attack. I don't think he was engaged with you. He was on the other side of the desk, more in the back towards the children. So he wasn't within melee.
Okay,
with
it was
you.
the grids making it look like he was a
Yeah,
little
yeah,
closer.
yeah.
So
He was kind of
never mind then.
nestled in between them. Sorry, I could have.
Oh, that's
Given
fine.
it-
That's why I ask, and I don't just say like I'm gonna use blah.
Bull's gonna cast counterspell.
Oh, hey, buddy boy. All right.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm fairly certain I will die even if he passes the dex.
All right. So it's a level 3 spell. So what happens? Is that automatic?
Level 3 is automatic, I believe. If a creature is casting a 3rd spell or lower, its spell fails and has no effect.
Ah,
If it's 4th or higher,
well,
yes.
he cast it at 4th level. I'm just kidding. But now he knows, right? He knows that information. So yeah, this fire starts to manifest in his hand, and as it's just getting to leave his hand, you cast your counterspell and it fizzles out. And he's, damn it! Why can't you just leave? And then the skeletal cats all get to act. They're all going to act at once. They are fodder here, but we're going to make them do things because somebody took the time to write a stat block for a skeletal cat. We're going to use it. This one at the top is going to move to you, Myrna, and start to claw at your legs. So that's a 7, not going to work. 1, 2. They're gonna center on Kane. So 4 attacks on Kane. 13. I don't know what Kane's a. This isn't Kane. This is an animal.
Yeah, it's a saber tooth,
Okay.
but it's to 15 armor class.
Okay, so I'll just nope. They don't get a modifier, so it's pretty straightforward. That's 1 hit. Just 1 hit at 1d1 slashing damage. So Kane takes 1 point of damage. Oh, and there's another one back here.
Oh, he's good.
1 more. So he takes 2. There was another cat in there that was unaccounted for. Cass, your turn.
I am going to do a patented taxi TM and dash 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can get to like there. That is all I can do because I am not a fast boy. I'm not. I am bulky. I am not known for my speed.
All right, that leads us to Myrna. Your turn.
All right, so as a bonus action, I'll clasp my holy symbol and I will cast Healing Word at 2nd level. So that'll be 2d4 for Bull. Hopefully get him something back.
Woo!
All right, so that is 6 plus That'll be 8 HP for you.
Nice.
And that's my bonus
Love it.
action.
Thank you.
And then I would like to use my action to then extend that holy symbol out and cast Turn Undead. The every undead within the room has to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Every undead.
Yes.
Okay. They have a +1, so there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them.
The undead cats have a +1 on wisdom.
Yeah, there's my man.
It's scary, isn't that?
So that's a 17 on 1,
Creepy.
a 7, 7, 18. That's 4. A 14, 5. Last one. A natural 20.
All right, the 2 7s and the 5
Okay.
have to spend the next minute
Okay. So
trying to get away from me as
3
far as possible.
Actually,
half of them are.
what's if they're below half CR, they're just gone. She's level 5 as a cleric, so half
Level
CR.
6.
Yeah, you're level 6, but at level 5, undead are destroyed if they are half CR or below and fail their save.
Sweet. So 3 of them are being blasted, and I would imagine you would choose the ones closest to you to be blasted. I'll let you pick.
No, that's fine.
Okay.
That's fine.
Yeah. So this one is Dunzo.
I did not add that on my stuff. I need to make sure I add that before next session. Forgot to add that part. Thank you very much.
This one Dunzo. I think there's 2 on that square. Yeah. So we'll make that one. Yeah. So
That's-
three of them are just kind of collapse in their fall down to the ground. 3 of them surrounding Kane are still there. They're kind of fighting something, fighting off that turning, but they have enough resolve that they stay standing. Anything else, Dax? That was bonus action, yeah?
No, that was my action. So I've done my bonus. I've done my
Healing
action.
word was
So
gotcha.
I'm all set.
Okay. That leads us to Bull.
Yeah, I think Bull's gonna cast Toll the Dead on Victor,
Ooh, nice.
and that's a spell save of 14. I believe it's Wisdom.
Okay.
Yes.
A wisdom spell. Oh, that's going to be 17.
Yeah, that's gonna save. Well, all right, that's not gonna do anything. And then he's going to cast Healing Word on himself at level 3. Oh, I'm wasting some big boys. And he's also going to tell Kane, he's like, Kane, get that son of a bitch. And yeah. Okay, that's 5, 7 plus. He's gonna get 10 heals back.
Okay. And that leads us to Kane.
Kane is going to use his pounce action, and that's a DC of 10 strength, or Victor will be knocked prone.
Yeah, he'll take opportunity attacks from the cats, but
That's totally fine.
that's a 19, 15, and a 14. So I think 2 of those hit.
Yeah, 14 misses, but the other 2 hit.
2 points of damage. Pew.
Love it.
As that cat pounces. Okay, and then Victor has to make a what?
Strength save of 15, I believe. Yes.
17.
Son of a bitch. All right. Well,
Not
he's
his
just got
strong suit. I rolled high.
he's just got a big old cat in his
Okay.
face.
All right. Cat in his face. Anything else, Master Kane?
That's everything. He's gonna growl menacingly at Victor.
All right. Hey, thanks, Tiny Poison, for the follow. Yeah. Okay. Oh, Dax, do you know Tiny Poison? Awesome.
I do. Hi, Tiny Poison.
Attack. That leads us to you.
Run in, run in, run in, run in. 1, 2, 3,
I got one more round to do any kind of damage because he's gonna be
8,
flooded.
9, 10, 11, 12.
Stand up for this. Okay, is that it?
That is all I can do.
All right, Avi, same thing. Your turn.
Yeah, I'm literally doing the exact same thing.
If only there weren't 3 floors in between.
I mean, I assume, Tack, your walking speed's 30.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
All right. You all are pretty good. He is going to start casting the spell that up and down his body, and he vanishes out of there.
Huh. Would that be an opportunity attack, or is he just God?
All you Misty
Or is
Step.
he?
It's
visible?
Misty Step, so I don't know if he gets one with Misty Step.
I don't think you do.
Nope.
Yeah, so no, it wouldn't. He cast Misty Step upon himself, and you know this being a Misty Stepper yourself.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's out of there. Let me 30 feet. Just make sure. Oh shit! What do I want to do? You hear. Sorry, inside joke. You're not a part of it. You hear a bunch of like. He Misty steps into the other room with all the shit in it, and yeah. So you hear some noise out in the other room. But he's 30 feet away, and then he's going to use his movement to get out of there some more. Man, layers upon layers. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And he's going to can't use his action, but he's there. Okay. Skeletal cat. Gonna move up 1 to you, 1 to your tiger, 2 to you, bull, and 1 to your tiger. That's a 13 to your tiger, 11 to you, bull, and a 16 to you, bull.
16 will hit.
All right, so you take 1 point of slashing damage. Hey, Guildmaster Sev, thanks for stopping by. Have a good night.
I rolled a 16 on the con save there.
Do you have to? I don't know if you have to make one unless it's over.
Is it I don't know.
I don't know. Do you have to make a con save for spell concentration on any time you take damage? I think you do. And
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
if it's not 10, if it's not over 10, it's just you have to roll the 10.
So
Okay.
it's anytime you take damage, it's 10 or half the damage, whichever is higher, and
Okay.
it's a con save.
All right. So yeah, you do on that 1 point of damage, but you save. That leads us to Cass.
I'm going to run. This is thrilling combat. 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. No, wait, no. I'm counting wrong. It's 5 foot each, right? Yeah, so.
Well, it's like in Dragon Ball Z when like Goku's
yeah.
halfway across the planet
Yeah.
and he's gonna keep running.
Yeah.
Is that it, Cass?
Just screaming. What else am I going to
Yeah,
do?
we'll
Well,
get to it.
actually, no. Just like. I could stab myself, but the fight might be over by the time I get there. So,
Okay.
I don't think that's gonna be.
Myrna.
All right, so there's more cats.
There are 3 cats. 1 is engaged with the tiger. 2 are engaged with bull.
They're cats. I'm not too worried about it. I'm gonna dig through the desk.
Okay. All right. So you're going to use an action to dig through that desk?
Yeah.
Since we're in combat, we'll call that an action. Okay, give me a investigation check.
That will be a 15.
Okay, as you're kind of, some of the stuff got blown off the desk, so you're kind of picking it up from the cone of cold. You pick it up and start. It's a lot of parchment paper that is kind of rolled up, and some journals that are stitched together, like loose leaf paper that have been stitched together, and they're covered with elaborate diagrams, hand drawn, obviously hand drawn, but it's not like, it's arcane in nature, but it does not feel like a spell itself. You can give me an Arcana check as you're looking at it.
I'm guessing there's nothing in the drawers.
No drawers in this. Everything was on top.
That will be a 16 for Arcana.
Yeah, this looks like a teleportation circle, or like plans for a teleportation circle.
Jesus Christ. Okay. Sorry.
And as you're kind of getting into them, you see some that are like rough drawings, but as you get deeper into it, you see some that become more elaborate, like he's finding stuff out, and there's new clues and new bits added to it as you get deeper and deeper into this. And then there's the inkwell and the pen and some other like straight edge and stuff like that on there. A little lantern there as well.
Okay. And then can I use my movement to shimmy out the door? Step over the cats and...
You would take one opportunity attack from the cat by the door. Yeah, because they've acted, so they got their reaction back. But you could go through Bull and through the door. I mean, the cats do 1 damage, but...
I mean, it's a cat. I'm not too worried about the cat.
There is a chest in there as well.
We can worry about that later.
Okay.
Still gotta attack the... Still gotta go after Victor. He deserves to die.
Okay. So yeah, as you make your way out there, you can see just on the edge of your vision. Oh, you still have light on, right? Yeah, so boom, lights up this room again, and you see him kind of like stumbling over this couch, moving towards the entrance where you came in.
Okay.
Bull.
I think that is
sorry, Marin,
it
go ahead.
for me.
Okay.
So, very
Bull.
good.
Okay. I guess he's gonna cast Dissonant Whispers on this cat closest to him, and that's a 14 Wisdom save.
13.
Oh, all right. He's gonna take a full 8, 10. Is there any plus to that? No. 10 psychic damage to that cat.
All right. Robo in the chat wants to ask what you are whispering to it.
I mean, I guess you're like, hey, dumb kitty, kitty, kitty. I hate cats.
And you can see it just start to like rear up and gonna like scratch you as you're kind of getting closer to whisper to it, and it just crumples like anything holding those bones together, crack, and it falls down to the ground.
He's like, oh, all right, that worked a lot better than I thought it was. And I guess we'll say it's like he sees the cat crumple, and then he didn't really notice the chest before, but as the cat falls before him, he's like, oh, chest. And we'll walk over to that.
Okay.
And he'll say like, hey, Kane, take care of these other 2 cats.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be his turn.
Yeah. Perfect. Move.
And then I guess
Kane, that's your turn.
Kane would just swipe at the one that's just in front of him.
Yep.
What's his attack? Sorry, what's his plus to attack? 24 to hit.
Yeah, definitely is. Definitely.
Okay. And that is another 10 damage.
Okay. Yeah, that one shatters in front of you.
One that actually, he can't do another. So he'll swipe that one, and then it's gonna move next to Bull, and I guess it's like sniff the remaining skeletal cat.
All right. Yeah, there's one cat left. Yep. Tack.
And we're running. Oh, I made it up the stairs. To there.
Did you make it up? Yeah, you're up.
Yeah.
And Avi, yeah, you make it up as well, as your guys' speed is the same.
Exactly the same.
Exactly. So Victor's turn. He's going
He's gonna be real sad when he comes in this room.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Surprise!
Oh, there are
Surprise, motherfucker!
some. There are more of you.
Surprise.
He's going to go. Magic missile to you, Tack, as you're right there. First level.
Sultry magic missiles.
Let's see. Is it 3 at first level?
Yes.
That's 10 points of force damage as these 3 go. Pew, 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 pew. I suppose you're with them. And he seems frustrated.
You just sound cookie.
Skeletal cat does not hit. Cass. Welcome to the party.
All right.
pal.
1, 2, 3. Yeah, 5, 10, 15, 20. Oh, I might make it. Hang on. 60. Hey, I want to whack him. Actually, wait. Bonus action. Bonus action Crimson Ray. Oh, that was the worst I could have possibly rolled. Okay. Now I'll whack him.
All right.
A 19 and a 23.
Yeah, both hit.
Beautiful.
Son of a...
10 points of piercing and 10 points of cold.
Oh, holy moly. Yeah, and you got him with your trident, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just he tries to grab his spell book and try to block it, but you're able to just kind of pierce through it. One of your tines on your trident hit the book. The other 2 connect into his ribs. And yeah, he looks in a lot of pain.
Mm-hmm. I'm also going to go ahead and use my special ability, Brand of Castigation. So he is now branded with an arcane brand. I always know the direction of where he is.
Right.
And every time he deals damage to me or another creature within 5 foot of me, he gets 2 psychic damage immediately.
That
Nice.
sounds fun.
Nice. I like it. All right. Yeah, remember that for me. I'll put a brand of castigation on him. There's a token for that.
There's definitely a token for that. But yeah, so as I kind of stab forwards, I strike him once, pull back, strike him the second time, grab him essentially by the collar, and you just see this flash of like green-red energy as like I sear the mark essentially into his neck.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, and he's got kind of this collared scarf thing that you're just searing right through it, and it's kind of like melting away and burning away at the fringes of the material, and that scar, that mark is visible on his neck for sure. Nice, I like it. Okay, Myrna.
All right. I would like to first move my full movement, get up into the center of the room.
Okay.
I would like to use my bonus action to cast Divine Favor, boost up my weapon, and then I'm going to look around. Is anything glinting in the daylight in this attic?
Okay. Divine Favor, what? Can you describe that to me?
Oh, Divine Favor, just my weapons will do an extra 1d4 radiant damage. So nothing immediate.
And then
my
Is that a
concentration.
bonus
token.
action or an action?
It's a bonus.
Okay. And then are you using your action to search? Is that, or are you
Yeah.
just looking around?
Well, I'm not really searching. I'm just looking to see if anything glints in the daylight that is emanating from my
gotcha.
person.
Okay. All right. You see like bits and baubles all around, like some of the barrels that have a metal banding on it kind of throw off some spark. You see there are several like what would be training dummies that have some nail heads that are, you know, exposed that glint. You see some pewter pieces in the cabinet kind of glinting. So there is things that are reflecting kind of all around. With the amount of junk up here, there's, you know, it's kind of like anywhere you look, there's a piece of something that is kind of reflecting that sunlight.
Okay. That's all I wanted to
Okay.
do.
All right, Bull.
He's gonna look in that thing.
Yeah, there's a little
Birds.
yeah. On the other side of the carpet, there is a little trunk. You can open it up. It is unlocked. There are several bolts of silk cloth in here. Some needles and thread. What looks to be a half-finished wizard's robe. But that's about all that's in there.
Oof. Let's look around. Well, I think we're kind of striking out here. Kane, go help the party. And he's gonna go to this other desk and I guess wait till next round to search it.
Okay. Kane's turn.
Let me just look at what his movement is. I think it's 40. Okay. I think that would get me close to Myrna, or get Kane close to Myrna, and that'd probably be everything.
Okay.
Because it's 30 from the door to that spot. So
Tack. You see this man in front of you. He is visibly shaken now. Got a kind of a searing burn on his neck, kind of wincing in pain at his rib cage, clutching a spell book.
I need him to make a wisdom save.
Oh, that's his. He's got. No, that's gonna be a 7. Rolled a flipping 3, dude.
So Tack just kind of puts his hand down to his lips and blows across the top of his hand, and just the slightest visible sliver seems to form and fly right into the guy's eye.
I like
He's
it.
going to take 21 points of psychic damage.
What is this?
Woo!
What is this shit?
This is Mind Spike.
These are not your normal heroes, folks.
I love that spell. Love it.
On a failed save, I always know the target's location until the spell ends, much like the Rand of Castigation. As long as we're on the same plane of existence, if he can
Oh,
plane shift, I
man.
guess that's out. And while I have this knowledge, he cannot become hidden from me, and if he does decide to turn invisible, he gains no benefit from invisibility to me.
Holy moly. And you said 21 points of damage?
Yes.
Yeah, he did. He,
well,
as this
I guess
spike
I need to worry about where he went.
comes and like penetrates into his skull, he just kind of drops to his knees and falls forward, and he kind of like cracks his skull on that table that is up there, and kind of falls down, still holding his spell book. I'll say you kill dismantle the other cat, and we can be out of order there, out of our initiative.
I knew that if I cast Divine Favor, that spell was going to go to waste, but better safe than sorry.
Well, he had 40 hit points. Cass comes in, takes half of that, and then Tack's Mind Sliver drops him down the other 20.
It's totally fine.
Yeah, sorry. But yeah, so you are out of initiative.
It's only a first level spell slot. I'm fine.
Oh, you know what?
I I think I'm just looking around. Look.
I totally forgot that Ismark is in the game. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
We
It's
pretend
fine.
Ismark doesn't exist
I know,
because
I-
he never does anything when he's with the group anyway, so it's fine.
I've,
Don't need
Hey,
him until we need to go deal with Strahd.
He,
It's fine.
he killed some stuff while you
yeah,
weren't around.
He did do well last
Especially
time.
you
Uh,
missed.
Oh, now
He-
you're gonna.
He killed
Yeah.
some skeletons.
We'll say he was kind of running any interference downstairs if somebody showed up. We'll say that.
Dealing with
I-
the body.
I need to make a point of pulling his token out, and opening up his character sheet and that mental note.
Who was
Sorry.
the person in chat that reminded the DM this time?
Nobody. I don't know what. There's a lot of stuff rolling around
Prompted
up there.
you?
That just came.
A lot going on.
Yeah. Anyway, so you are here.
I snatch up his spell book, seeing
Okay.
as he was clutching it so closely to himself.
Yeah, you have it. Are you flipping through it?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, there are definitely some spells in there. You know what's? Oh, okay, I see. So do you want a list of the spells? I would say
Only if
being
they are
a caster,
if
you would
you-
know.
if there's anything that's capable of being ritual cast, then I would like to know what those are. If there is not anything that's capable of being ritual cast, I don't particularly care, and we'll chuck the book to the side.
Okay, I don't know all the ritual casting off the top of my head. Firebolt, Light, Mage Hand, Prestidigitation, Detect Magic, Mage Armor, Magic Missile, Shield, Misty Step, Suggestion, Counterspell, Fireball, Fly, Greater Invisibility, Ice Storm, Cone of Cold, as well as Acid Splash, Animate Dead, Blight, Cloud Kill, Dark Vision, Glyph of Warding, Levitate, Mending, Remove Curse, and Thunderwave. Detect
Send me-
Magic would be a ritual.
Cut,
Yeah.
cut and paste that to me into the chat. I know Detect Magic is, but I already have that one. I'm gonna have to look some of those up.
Okay. Yeah, I'll get those to you.
I think
What's everybody
Bull
else
would
doing?
Bull would look through this other desk, and while he's doing that, he says, "Hey, there's a guy chained up just one level down. If you go out, take a left, take another left, all the way down to the left."
I am shaking my head at you. You can't see me because I'm in the next room, but I am shaking my head at you.
Yeah, and I mean, I guess at this point we're gonna scavenge this to find this relic.
Probably.
Okay.
Well, if it's here, of course.
Everybody who's looking up in here, give me an investigation check.
Is it anything to do with undead or fiends that will allow me to get advantage because Bloodhunter?
No, nothing is
Damn it.
twinging. All those skeletal cats have been dropped.
It's a dirty 20 for me.
Okay.
21.
Okay.
We got
A
this.
brand new dice rolled, a nice
I
19.
love it.
Yeah.
Uh,
16 for me.
is it just the three of you?
I got a 3 on my rolls.
Oh, sorry, Charlie Brown.
Very invested in this book that I'm looking through here.
All right, yeah. So the three of you, with aid of Myrna's sunlight that is in there, kind of illuminating this room, making your job kind of easier. You're stepping up and over stuff, opening crates, just kind of digging through. And Avi and Myrna, you almost come to it at the same time. You see a smaller trunk that is kind of below a bunch of cloth, a bunch of old clothes, and it's kind of buried in the bottom of this crate. Just a random crate, just you both are kind of there together moving. And you find this little tiny box, about yay big. That looks... It doesn't have the same feel of everything else. This doesn't look like something that should be a discarded thing. It looks like something that should be cared for, and there should be attention paid to it.
Is it a locked box?
It's got a little clasp on it. There is no lock on it.
Be my guest.
You want to stand at the ready in case something pops out of it?
Yeah, I'll kind of like move behind Myrna and then like have like I'm gonna shoot whatever comes out.
Out of this tiny little box. You never know. I'll open the box. I've seen some weird stuff, all right?
Can't be too careful.
Next thing I know, there's gonna be like an earworm that's gonna pop out.
Yeah.
It's fine.
And now we're in Wrath of Khan. It's just sorry.
Yep.
Anytime I hear earworms, I think Wrath of Khan. Traumatized as a kid. Yeah. So you open this up, and there's laying on top of this red velvet piece of cloth is this circular symbol with rays that are radiating out of it. There's a red gemstone in the middle, and then there are golden chains that are linked together that are coming up to form the necklace piece. And let me share this with you all. And you should see that now. And this is, in fact, the fortune that you were looking for from that Madame Eva gave you.
I think with the holy symbol of Ravenkind.
And folks,
God.
this is where we are going to pause. Good news, the party level's up. I really wanted you all to get this tonight, so we went a little long. Thank you for hanging out and bearing. I don't know what I'm saying. Bearing with us as we got that holy symbol of Ravenkind. That is 3 of the 4 of Madame Eva's revelations have been. 3 of the 5 have been kind of discovered. So just a recap: you have the tome, you have now the Ravenkind, the holy symbol of Ravenkind, and you have Ismark as your guide, who's been DM's fault, has been in the back of the party. But there we are. Thank you again for hanging out. Thank you, Cranky. Thank you for the gifted sub. Thank you for the follows tonight. If you're still hanging around, thank you so much. Thank you for the raid. So Maddie,
we're gonna raid too.
Right.
The Thogler. So let him know that
Thogler.
FeatherFall
All right.
says hi.
So yeah, tell them FeatherFall sent you. You can catch us here again in 2 weeks, and we will pick up with a level 7 party, no longer level 6. So thank you again. We'll see you all later.
Yeah. So we got about 9 seconds. A little awkward.
Nine seconds. What could you do in 9 seconds?
That's fine.
Where would you
Travel
go?
to Wine tasting next time.
Travel the world.
We'll have wine tasting next time.
All right, we are going. Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
See ya.